Yeah, we were building a completely new alternative ownership option for service members and for renters across the country. So I was in the Army for 10 years. I served as a Green Beret. I moved around a lot, and unfortunately, my story is very similar to most people in the military. When you move to your military base, you typically have three options. You can either live on base, government housing, not always awesome, but you don't build any equity. You're kind of giving that up. You can also rent a home, but unfortunately, as we know, you're paying rent. You're missing out on equity ownership. And then the other option is to buy a home. But for anybody who's tried to buy a home in a short period of time, it's very hard to recoup your transaction costs. So unfortunately, many service members are choosing rent simply because they need the flexibility. And so when we look at this, it really comes down to the long-term financial impact. We have people who are actively defending the American dream, but they're not partaking in it. And the worst part is that it's not because they're not qualified. They certainly could go buy homes, but they're choosing not to because they're going to pick up and move in a couple of years. So you can see the impact here. It's financial well-being, but it's also missing out on the pride of ownership, everything that comes with owning your own home. And so we created our new ownership model, and really this is how our business model works. VictoryBase, we go out and we seek residential real estate. We own it, we operate it outside of military bases. We find high-quality residents. We give them simple tools to really take on an ownership mindset in their home and in the community. Every month they make monthly payments. A portion of that monthly payment actually gets allocated towards an investment into our company, which is the portfolio at large. It's all the real estate that we own and operate. Now, as a resident, they live there, they participate in the community, but when it comes time to move, they can simply pick up and relocate whenever Uncle Sam tells them to go, and they just hold their shares with them and treat it as a long-term real estate investment. So I kind of mentioned our monthly payment, and so we call it equity-based. Every month, our residents can make an equity-based payment, where really there's two components. You have the equity component, which is investing into VictoryBase Corporation, and then you have the base payment, which kind of looks like the rent, but it's really just the expenses of the portfolio and living in the community. And so these are actually some of our homes here in Beaufort, South Carolina. Beautiful brand new homes. And if anybody else owned the property, they would charge you $2,200 in rent. You'd live there. You would get nothing in return. But as a VictoryBase property, if our residents elect, they can make equity-based payments where you can see a piece of the pie gets reallocated towards that investment piece. And so now every month they're participating and building up that financial well-being. So ultimately, this really comes down to, the true value of the company is the ownership mindset. It's being able to take that experience that you get from owning a home and transferring it to the resident. And we have no on-site property management. We really give the tools and procedures to our residents so they can kind of self-manage things themselves. We're still going to be there to, fix the HVAC when it goes down or whatever, but ultimately they can act and feel like owners. Now, as a real estate investor, people kind of ask, well, we've created the best of all worlds. We've created a win-win for everybody involved. We have residents who are incentivized, they participate, they help us reduce expenses, which benefits everybody, including them as shareholders. But we also have higher demand. We have better residents, we have people who want to move in, we have referrals, and ultimately the value of the equity-based program is pulling people in. So overall, our real estate is in a better position to perform higher than benchmark residential real estate. So the essentials to our company, we've really built the three components. We've got the real estate. We've got about 24 million operating across two different markets, two major military installations. We've got our tech stack, which is a combination of a few different pieces, and really those are the tools that we give the residents. But then we actually have our Reg CF offering, so it's a crowdfunding that makes it possible for unaccredited investors to participate, which the majority of our residents are unaccredited. So that's the mechanism that makes it possible for them to invest every month. So the investment opportunity here, we're looking to grow the business. We're raising $25 million in equity, searching for the right partners. We've got about $2.1 million in revenue, been growing, strong demand. We are looking to grow our portfolio by about 200 homes. That's about $23 million of the allocation there, and about $1 million towards tech development, capability expansion, resident education, and then building out the team, building the business. So here's our leadership. Tom and John, partners here, two pilots, me. I served as a Green Beret. I was on the ground wondering why I was not a pilot all the time. So thank you very much.